Hey everyone, good morning. It is Saturday and we are having a nice little Saturday morning. I say we, I'm the only one awake right now. Steve is still sleeping. I have been up for about 45 minutes, which is nice. I like to be able to come down here and kind of get a handle on the morning, clean up the kitchen and so forth. But it looks like Caleb just woke up. He's turned on his light and now he's just playing in his room. He's probably playing with his train table. I think this morning we're gonna have our casual little Disney Saturday morning. We're gonna watch some Mickey cartoons. I'm gonna bust out the Mickey waffle maker and we're gonna make some waffles. So, yeah. All right, and here's little man. Hey buddy, can you say hi to everybody?
It's a farmer.
Oh yeah?
What's that?
That's a farm cracker. Are you having farm crackers this morning? He's still waking up. So this morning we're watching Pluto cartoons. We put in the Pluto disc. Can you say hi to everybody? Oh, you're shy. So yeah, I let him have some crackers. It's definitely not something I would normally do, but I figure it's Saturday and it's gonna be a while before I can get breakfast going, so. But these crackers, oh my gosh, you guys. So these are the crackers. Holy moly, if you have never had these before, oh my gosh, they are delicious. Steve was so upset with me one night because, so I usually buy a couple boxes at a time, and there was one night I couldn't resist. I literally sat on the couch while we were watching TV and I ate an entire box all by myself. They're that good. And of course Steve is just like, you do know those are for our child, right? And I'm like, oh please, I'll go to Target tomorrow and buy another box. But they are so good. They kind of taste like those, do you remember, I don't remember what they were called, but do you remember those like circus crackers where the box, it looked like the circus, like the cage that all the circus animals were in? They taste like that, and oh my gosh. When I start going on those things, I can't stop. Look who woke up.
Hi, good morning. Hello.
And now Caleb has a little buddy to watch his Pluto cartoons with. Okay, so I went ahead and made some scrambled eggs. Those are keeping warm in the oven. So whenever we make like a breakfast like this, whether it's like pancakes, French toast, or waffles, I like to have like a healthy protein for Caleb, so I'm not just giving him pure sugar for breakfast.
Here comes
No, we don't need the stool. I don't want the stool in the kitchen, please. That's a bathroom stool, okay?
Tell us about the stool, Mike. Tell us about the stool.
Well, first of all, he usually like brings the stool over and puts it right on my toes and then just slams it down. Like he doesn't mean to do it, but it always happens.
Every time. Did you show him the iron that you're going to use too?
Yes. So it was funny because like again, this was something I did on Instagram and not on our YouTube, but I like got one of these and I unboxed it and I was like super excited, but then you never heard from me again on it because the first one I bought just didn't work at all.
So you get 3 little mini.
Yeah, and they're nice and thick, so they come out looking exactly like the ones you'd get in the resorts or the parks.
So do you ever have like those like little couple moments where you have an internal argument in your head just for the sake of it?
I'm always arguing with you in my head.
I know. But like, again, we all have our own like little ticks and stuff like this. So I come downstairs and I know I slept in. Yes, I know the family was making noise downstairs, which meant that Mike was probably awake for an hour and a half. But on the weekend, I like to come home to a nice pot of coffee. Nice, warm pot of coffee. I get to go back and revisit. I come down like, did you make coffee or did you make Americano? Oh, Americano. I'm like, okay, cool.
I always make my Americano.
I know, but you know I love coffee on the weekend. So you're up an hour and a half early. You have plenty of time to do it. So just know, it's the argument that we had in our head, we're having it out loud right now. So I would prefer on weekends that we have a pot of coffee. So just so you know. But now I'm gonna have my ice Americano. So here we go. So I always give Mike a hard time about just keeping the house clean, just because again it creates anxiety for me when we have too messy of a house. Like, oh look, gingerbread house, it's still here. It's almost February. Eventually we'll get to it. But I think it's funny that even our machines are now telling him, clean me, please clean me. All right, let's see.
Waffles?
It beeped.
Yes, it beeped, so they should be good. Oh, look at them. I don't think I filled that one enough, but this one looks perfect. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just like at the resorts.
See, they are a little bit thin, like I thought.
And you gotta do this. Martha Stewart said to do this to release the trapped air.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
it makes
Martha.
them soggy if you don't do this.
Martha does best.
Ooh.
Oh, aren't these so yummy?
It's white. Sweet.
Hey,
No.
are you excited?
Yes. It's yummy.
Yes. Looks yummy.
I get ears.
Get your plate.
Oh,
take this to your table. You go get a fork, okay?
Fork time, fork time, fork. Right over here. Fast, fast, fast. Fast, fast, fast. Oh my. All right, don't. Yep, but don't run with your fork. Walk, 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 walk. Don't run. All right, looks good. I have a feeling this is gonna give him a sugar high.
Well, that's why I gave him the eggs too, to kind of balance it out a little bit. That's why I only wanted him to have one.
So, Mike, I think you put date stamps on our videos, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I just wanted to point out again, I'm not writing Mike about keeping the house clean that much, but we still have mistletoe.
It's because it's like, it's high. You have to get like a step ladder out and everything. Like, it's a whole production.
Mm-hmm. All right, so current situation is that Caleb wants to put underwear on his little puppy. So let's see if you can figure it out. Can you get puppy's leg through there? All right, we gotta pull up the underwear. Ready?
Ready.
Get, go. All right, look. Is it funny?
This is wind. Hold me.
Okay. Dude, you gotta be careful with your pajama pants. You just keep on sliding. What did you do to your train table? Oh. You messed up the track. Well, let's fix it, okay? And just like that, train table's fixed. Caleb's over here playing with his trains. And you can actually see his floor now in his room. He destroyed a little bit last night, so we made him clean it all back up, and now he's playing with his toys again. Maybe walk around, bud. I think that's too far. So today's taking kind of a weird turn. So, I went into Caleb's room and picked up his room a bit. So it's kind of turned into kind of a pseudo like spring cleaning today. So Mike's cleaning up some of his stuff. I'm cleaning up my office, and Mike is even helping me a little bit over here. So, all right. So what are you doing over here?
So Steve has wire shelves, and we were just putting his whiskey, like his whole whiskey collection and all his bourbons and everything, and it made me incredibly nervous because they were like wobbling. So I figured, let's make just cardboard shelves that we can put on the wire so everything can like sit flat.
A little bit more stable.
Yeah, and we have this enormous box, so might as well use it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mike, for helping me with my spring cleaning exercise.
So this is the rack we're using. I've already put the shelf in, but like, look at that. It makes me so nervous. So we put some cardboard on top, and it's good.
Yes, much safer. Thank you, Mike. We're able to put some just random bottles in here that were taking up another space for Mike to be able to use some of that for his own stuff. But yeah, this is the other rack that we have a lot of our whiskeys on. And this is my office. So I don't think we've ever showed you this. So this is where I work all day long because, of course, COVID, work from home situation. But as you remember, the barrel fits perfectly right over there, right? I think it looks great. And the rest of my whiskey collection. So, hey, it's something for me to do. It's a little hobby. Love collecting some of these rare bottles. Normally, I'd be sharing them a lot with the friends and family here locally, but obviously my collection's doubled a little bit because I don't have anybody to drink with outside of just my lovely family and my small bubble, but they're enjoying some good stuff. So, anyhow, I'm going to go downstairs and check in on Mike to see how his project's doing. All right, so it turned out well. Thank you, Mike.
Yes.
So my project's pretty much done for the day. How's yours going?
Mine's going okay. I'm almost done.
Awesome.
So,
I kind of told everybody that we kind of turned into like an impromptu spring cleaning day.
Did you tell why it turned into that?
No.
Okay, so we've mentioned before, do I have bad lighting here?
No, you're right.
Okay. So we've mentioned before that our downstairs guest room is a storage unit. And I went to go get something out of the closet, and it was on the top shelf. And I pulled the box. It was a box for our Xbox 360, so super old machine. And when I did that, there was something else on top of it that came crashing down, and it literally knocked over some of Steve's bottles. And the room is just, I'm not gonna show you the room because I'm so embarrassed by it. But I was literally hanging like this, and I had to use my foot up for leverage, and I'm screaming for Steve. I'm like, get down there! So.
So yeah.
I had a bit of a moment, and I said, we are cleaning up.
Yeah, so that's what we did. And of course, my job is done much earlier than Mike's because
Yeah.
that's how it always works out. So,
Right. So.
yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with little dude while you finish up your project.
Okay.
This day is going in all kinds of different
Are you
directions.
taking pictures?
Caleb wanted to dress up as Blippi now.
Yeah. He found it when I was cleaning. We actually got him this for his birthday last August, I think.
Taking pictures?
Yeah, I pick. And then you picture me?
You look
Yeah.
just like me right now.
Take a picture of you. Ready? Here we go. Smile.
Big smile.
Oh, what's
You're
this?
not even looking at me.
The dreaded box that started today's activities of cleaning. Was it worth you doing the splits on the wall?
No, it was very scary. Because I think I forgot to mention, it was a balancing act because I was actually on a step ladder when it happened. That's why I was like this, because I was bracing my foot against the edge of the closet for leverage.
No, you survived.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep this?
What?
The box?
Well, the Xbox is actually inside of it.
Oh, yeah, so we have to keep it.
That's how disorganized we are. We literally had the Xbox and like the cord was wrapped around it, and it was just resting on top of this box. Like why we wouldn't have just put it in the box, I don't know. But
I know why. It's probably because
We're lazy.
I got a brand new one, and I was like, let's take it out. I gotta open it up immediately.
Right.
Look at the next one.
Cinnamon.
I'll give him points for creativity.
Cinnamon.
Are you gonna do it? See if it works.
Wow!
Thelma and Louise.
all right, and now it is afternoon. Caleb woke up from his nap. You had a good nap? Yeah, now he's doing his little water painting. And what are you doing over here exactly?
So I got a steak for dinner, but I'm also staging one of my Instagram posts right now as well. So
Oh, okay, this looks good.
there we go. A little bit of trick.
I was hoping to have like a nice relaxing Saturday night, but Steve decided I'm going to be cooking tonight.
Well,
So-
I can do the steaks. So I figured I'd do the sous vide, the steaks, and then
Okay.
I was thinking that we could do casual, something like steak frites. So French fries is easy. I could do
Right.
that, and then I do the cooking of the sous vide with that. All we need you to do is 2 minutes of searing. That's it. 2 minutes of searing, I swear. So
Okay, I guess I can do that.
yeah, should be fun though. But I'm very excited about this meal because we got some really nice. I found some nice beef at the store. So let me ask you this. So I get so excited when I see Wagyu beef, and you pay extra for Wagyu at restaurants. Literally, Mike walked up to me. He's like, "Oh God, Wagyu."
I'm just not a huge fan of that flavor profile.
Like, it's supposed to be one of the best.
I know it is. I know. But you know what? I'm also not a huge fan of just like sitting and eating caviar all day. That's a fine food, but
Okay, let's make that one. No, I think what it is for you is that you're very particular. You like your filet mignon.
Right,
That's
I
what you
do.
like, right? So anything that veers off that has got to be something phenomenal that's prepared by Martha Stewart or Thomas Keller or Tyler Florence, but not by me. Not by me at all. So we'll see.
there might be some truth to that. I also noticed you busted out other baskets. We got these baskets the other day. Well, not the other day. We got them like after Christmas sale at Williams-Sonoma. This was like it was a set of 3, and they have a chain, so they're supposed to like hang, but we decided it would just not look right. But it was like $70. We got it for $10 on clearance. And so we realized that the chains were on just these little hooks, so we're just using them as little separate bowls, but it looks really good. Okay, so Caleb is watching Blippi right now, and it totally reminded me of something I wanted to ask all of you guys. And we've mentioned Blippi many times before, and so if you don't know, I do need to give you some clarification real quick if you don't know who he is. He's a kids entertainer on YouTube, but what I kind of like about him is that he's very articulate and very like specific as to what things are when he's showing kids. Like, it's more than just like colors, numbers, and shapes. He'll actually like pop the hood of a car and start going over parts of the engines, like the fan belt and, you know, I don't know anything about cars, but spark plugs and stuff like that. And Caleb, he just absorbs all of that, and he absolutely loves it. When we got him that little garbage truck for Christmas, if you saw that video, it was this little garbage truck we got him. Again, another thing that Blippi focuses on a lot are garbage trucks and excavators and stuff. Caleb was very eager to point out these little green pieces. He was like, Dad, these are the cylinders. And of course, the next time the garbage truck video was on, sure enough, apparently garbage trucks have hydraulic cylinders. And Caleb is super obsessed with the exhaust right now on our car. And every morning when we go to school, he has to make a point to go to the back of the car and look at the exhaust. Then we get to school and he's got to look at all the exhausts on all the cars as we walk to his classroom, right? Well, something caught his eye the other day and he wants to know what it is. And I have no idea. And I was like, I'll Google it. I don't even know how to Google this thing. So I'm going to ask you guys if you can tell me what this is. Okay, so we come out here to our garage and Caleb was getting in. Please excuse our dirty car. And he definitely knows like the speaker, and he loves to look at the vent and the various like lights up there and stuff. But he wants to know what this thing is. Not this, like, I don't even know what that would be, but like this thing. And because Blippi is so specific about everything, Caleb has like really got into that mindset. So I couldn't just make something up. Like he would get upset if I was like, oh, it's like that thing, you know. He wants to know specifically what it's called. And I don't know how to search for it. So I don't know, maybe if you work in the industry, I don't know. But if you know what it is, please let us know and we can tell Caleb.
All right, so I'm just prepping the sous vide. So fill up the tub with water and then just put the circulator in the water. This is one of those things that Mike hasn't bothered to figure out how to do at all.
Well, you're so good at it, so you know.
I can fill up water and I can start it. That's pretty much it. But then later on what we'll do is we'll come over here. And the whole idea of sous vide, if you don't know, you're cooking in water. So we're going to put some herbs, we're going to season our steak, then we're going to vacuum seal it, and then we cook it low in the water for a couple hours, and when it's ready we take it out and Mike sears it. So yeah, I think it's very easy.
It is.
I like it a lot.
It's the best steak we've ever made.
Yeah, it's very controlled cooking. It's kind of hard to mess it up because all you're doing is adding your seasonings and letting it do what it needs to do. You can technically eat it right out of the bag, but it kind of has like a gray look to it.
Yeah, it's gray. So the sear gives it that nice,
steak
rich
look.
Brown crusting. Yeah.
So I'm excited about this, and of course I'm starting with a little bit of a pairing just to help with the prep work. So cheers to you all.
All right, so I just got back from the grocery store. We had a little bit of a change in our plans tonight. Our friends reached out, and our friends are going to come over and have dinner with us. So yeah. I went to the store and grabbed another steak, and I decided to elevate the dinner a little bit more than just the steak and fries. So I got us some like shallots and some red onions. We're gonna saute those and maybe put some red wine in there, and we can top the steaks with that.
Yeah, you're just gonna pull something out. So
yeah,
Mike's low-key dinner out the window.
Absolutely, for sure. But I like doing it. But yeah, so it's our friends Megan and Eric, and they're our friends who are like they're in our bubble. So we're still taking precautions. We're still being safe. We
love all of our family and friends. Sorry, but we're just keeping our bubble very, very tight because we know they're probably more strict than we are too.
They are. They probably are. I went out and got us a French baguette, and then I got us some double cream brie.
Was it clearance?
It was not clearance.
Okay,
it was full price.
Awesome. Well, that's what happens when Mike shops.
Super fresh. We don't want any clearance brie here in this house.
Apparently not. Never live that down. Okay, so I prepped this steak and I'm about to vacuum seal it. So as you can see, we have some rosemary, thyme, and garlic. I also salted and peppered this already. So you simply put the bag in here, vacuum seal it, and then we throw it in the water whenever it's time. By the way, great idea getting the baguette and the brie.
Yes, it is. I love, because I can't remember if I already said this, but I love these nights where we just kind of spend the whole night cooking, and then we can like snack and nibble while we do this.
Yeah, that way we're not just like ravaged by it and waiting for the meal, right? So. So again, Mike just threw together a little shallot thing over here. We got Caleb's dinner almost done over here. Nice grilled cheese. All right, so Caleb's perfectly toasted brioche grilled cheese is ready. Do we think he's gonna eat it? We'll see. Caleb. All right, buddy, you excited about your sandwich?
Yeah, it's
Hi.
I seen you.
Yeah, all right. It might be a little bit hot, but we'll come back to see if he likes it, okay? Oh yeah, blow on it. Good job, bud. All right, I want to go put the steaks in the water.
All right, here are the steaks, perfectly vacuumed. I'm gonna put them down into the water, slowly. Perfect. You just want to keep it away from the circulator. And there's the second one. And obviously you want it all submerged. Looks good. So we have this little lid over it. Just kind of make sure, again, it helps regulate the heat. And we'll check back in about an hour and a half and it should be done. All right, everyone, so the steak is out of the sous vide. So as you can see, it definitely has that, like I said, that gray color to it. But if you could smell this,
It
Mike,
smells so good.
it really does. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pat it dry because that helps give it a really good sear. You wanna make sure it's a dry surface. And then we're gonna re-season it with some salt and pepper. And then Mike will probably put some like butter in the pan and what else?
Put a little canola oil at the bottom of the pan and then some butter. You want the butter flavor, but you don't want the butter to brown and burn. So you put a little canola oil in there as well. But yeah, this smell, like the whole kitchen smells like garlic and rosemary right now. It smells really good.
It does. All right, so these are about to go in the oven. That'll take 25 minutes.
No, I just put
Okay.
that. I always like
All
to put that.
And the pan's ready here, so we're almost ready.
Yeah, and so Caleb just went down for I was gonna say a nap. He just went down to bed, and you were on like some kind of
I had a
virtual happy hour.
Bourbon tasting.
A bourbon
with
tasting.
A charity.
Yeah.
I belong to a bourbon charity. It's a real thing, all right? Yeah, sure.
But,
All right.
Yeah. So
Here we go. What are you doing now?
I'm basting it with butter. I'm just basically just doing like 1 minute per side. So this side was 1 minute, so you can see all that nice like crusting it's got.
Oh, I'm gonna stand back.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on this. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, everyone.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, that looks great.
Seared perfectly. So we no longer have the ugly gray meat,
Alright.
traditional steak.
They're very
Oh my.
Cool. Alright.
So each steak will be shared by 2 people,
Yes.
right? Okay. All right, and then we're waiting for the fries to be done.
Yep, they're in the air fryer right now, so. And then
All
we'll
right.
be able to eat. Probably just top this with some foil so we can keep
All
it
right.
warm.
They look good.
Yeah, they look good.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and toss them here. Got a pre-salted pan here. It's funny because these ones, like, they kind of feel soggy now, but the more you let them rest, they kind of like crisp up. And then we'll go ahead, because Steve likes his chives.
They add that little zing to it.
You do. Perfect. Now we can slice up the steaks. Take this. And just go ahead. Oh, it looks great.
Perfect temperature. Look at that. We like our steaks medium rare.
Yes, we do. How many slices do you want?
Just give me half the steak.
Okay, like,
That's good.
let's fan these out a bit. Let's add a little bit of this butter that I created.
I hate the shadows in this kitchen.
I know. Just a little bit of butter to melt onto that. I made the shallots early, like you saw, but I went ahead and reheated them. Ooh, they're steamy. So go ahead and
Oh wow.
put some shallots on there.
Just a casual Saturday night dinner.
Okay. Frites.
Wow.
And there's dinner.
Can't wait. Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's dig in. All right, so this is our setup. So again, plated here. Places for 4, and can't wait for this. It's gonna be good.
All right, everything looks delicious. What do you think?
I think it looks phenomenal. I can't
I'm
wait
really
to dig
excited.
into it.
Yeah, I'm ready to dig in. So, but we got our nice wine here. I got this at the grocery store earlier, and yeah, everything looks great.
Yeah. Wow. So what'd you think about the Wagyu?
It was so good. Like we keep looking at each other. We're like, it's so good. And yes, I admit I'm eating my words. I have to say, I think maybe this was the best Wagyu I've ever had.
Oh, maybe. Well,
I feel like I feel a little embarrassed saying that with all the restaurants we've
because
been
you
to.
prepared it and everything. Right?
Oh, that's true too. But no, it was like really, really good. And I feel like it wasn't as fatty as the Wagyu we've had in other restaurants.
Right.
Like Takumi Thai, I love that restaurant. It was really, really good. It was just a little too fatty for me. And this wasn't like that.
Right. I think it was just a cut. I think we had a different cut. So
Right.
that probably helps. So.
Yeah.
But regardless, you loved it.
It was delicious.
So once again, I
Very
changed
good.
Mike's opinion about something.
Yes.
And plus, like, this tastes even better after the very active and crazy day we've had with Caleb today.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyhow, it's nice for us to relax, wind down, and enjoy an amazing dinner. Some great wine. Thank you, Mike, for picking that up. All right. Well, I think we're winding down for the night, right?
Yes,
We'll
for
see you in the
sure.
morning, maybe?
We'll see.
All right.